Welcome back to another episode of Cavanaugh's Corner. Today on the channel, I'm going to be reviewing a film that is another one of these movies that's up for a bunch of Oscars this year, and it's actually one of my most awaited films. This was another one that I missed in the theaters. Again, I don't know why I'm not making it out to the movie theaters as often recently, but this is a movie that when I heard it was coming out and I heard what it was about and the backstory behind it, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta see this thing. This is a huge film, and it's a very heartfelt film, and you can tell really by watching it that it was a labor of love for the director, and that is of course the Fabelmans, the new Steven Spielberg film, written by Steven Spielberg and Tony Kushner. And this is really, in essence, the story of Steven Spielberg's childhood, him growing up, his family, and his love of filmmaking, his love of directing, and just his overall just youth and growing up and his experiences with his family. And it really is a an emotional film. It's a movie that really gets kind of deep into family dynamics, and it also kind of delves into the imagination of a filmmaker and what causes somebody to kind of get into that art form, and really just the overall love of cinema. This is really it's a love letter to cinema, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fantastic film. It really got to me a few times, and the ending of it is just phenomenal. The ending of this film, the last scene in particular, is quite a hoot, and I loved it. Without giving anything away, I really enjoyed it. The acting in it: Michelle Williams, Paul Dano, Gabriel LaBelle. Again, just fantastic acting throughout. John Williams' music, just absolutely beautiful. The cinematography is amazing. Kaminsky there, working again with Spielberg, did a phenomenal job. That lighting of his, that hazy kind of bright lighting, is just incredible throughout. And you can tell Spielberg really poured his heart into this. This is a movie that he's been wanting to make for a long time, and I'm glad that he did. I'm glad that he did. It's a fantastic film. And today, we're going to be talking about the 4K disc and the picture quality, the audio quality, and the special features and whatnot. But first, before we go any further, I just want to say a big, big thank you to Universal Pictures and Universal Home Entertainment for sending me this. They are great people over there at Universal, and I just want to make it known that I am not being paid by Universal to do this. This is literally just them sending me a copy of the movie early, and I'm glad that I got it. I'm a huge Steven Spielberg fan, and I love Universal Studios as a film studio. And I'm glad that they're sticking to their guns with the physical media, because this was a fantastic 4K. The picture quality on this throughout is really, really stunning. Again, Kaminsky's cinematography there with Spielberg's direction, it's wild because the movie has a very crisp yet sharp tone to it. Kaminsky, with his soft filters every now and then, can be a little distracting. But again, the movie is meant to have this kind of warm, inviting family kind of tone to it, and it looks great. It looks absolutely amazing. The way that the Super 8 footage and the 16 millimeter footage is replicated in the movie is really done with love and care, and you can tell with the 4K here that they really did a great job with it. The Dolby Vision on the disc, and this does have Dolby Vision. It really looks amazing. The colors just really jump out at you. Skin tones are basically perfect. The black levels in this film are really well done, because there are a lot of dimly lit scenes. There are a lot of daytime scenes which look very bright and vibrant and kind of change I noticed that depending on where the family moves as the movie goes on, that again, the color palette kind of has like a little bit of a shift. Arizona is very different from California, and the little differences there really show you the mastery of the cinematography, and this really shows it off. It's really cool to see how they played with that and how they replicated those old film styles. It's really nice, and the whole movie just looks really, really nice. I didn't spot any flaws with it. Again, it is a new film. It's a brand new film. So it was shot with way newer technology, and it is a 4K digital intermediate. The Dolby Vision really, really does wonders for this film, and detail level is high throughout. I mean, the ever changing clothing styles as they go from the 50s and 60s and onwards. It's pretty cool to see. It is a cool thing to see, and you really can tell as time goes on. The cars and everything like that. The details are amazing in this film. Is it a movie that you would use to show off your home theater system? It's not really that kind of movie, but it is beautiful looking. It looks fantastic. As for the audio quality on this, it does come with a Dolby True HD 7.1. So it's not Dolby Atmos. It's a True HD 7.1, and I can understand why they didn't go the full blown Dolby Atmos with this. It's not a movie filled with extreme sound effects. There's not, again, there's no, jets flying overhead and stuff like that. It's not Top Gun, it's not that kind of movie. But the dialogue, I never had a problem distinguishing dialogue. And there are a few scenes where people are talking over each other, and it's separated perfectly. The music sounds great. John Williams' score is beautiful. It's fun. It's uplifting. It's emotional. It's really a dynamic score, and it sounded amazing on the disc here. It really, really sounded wonderful, and I really had no complaints overall. Really, I mean, it's a really well made disc, and it's a really well made film. I mean, there's really not much more to say about it. I enjoyed the film. I thought the 4K disc was wonderful, and there are a couple special features. There's a little kind of making of featurette about it called The Fabelmans, A Personal Journey. There's a featurette about family dynamics, and there's kind of like a featurette about how they made the sets and kind of created this world of the 50s and 60s in the film. So really nice special features there, and it's just a really well made movie. Again, it's a love letter to cinema, and if you are a movie buff or fan of Steven Spielberg, like I am, kind of obviously with the shirt on today, then you're really going to enjoy this movie. I thought it was great, and it just kind of instilled my love of cinema even more. And again, thanks to Universal Studios for sending that out. My deepest, deepest thanks to you guys. And I can't wait to see what the next review is here on the channel. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. If you want to pick up the Fabelmans from Amazon, I will leave a link in the description below. If you use that link to buy the film, then I get a little kickback here on the channel. If you want to contribute even more, you can hit that super thanks button and donate directly to the channel so I can keep bringing you reviews like this. And as always, I just want to say thank you so very much for coming back to Cavanaugh's Corner. I wish you guys all the best. Please stay safe and take it easy.